Greetings everyone, Napoleon Complex here, and welcome to the Battle of Nagashino, June 1575. Takeda Katsuyori is hoping to strike a decisive blow against Oda Nobunaga, but Oda Nobunaga's forces are much larger, and they've deployed in a new formation specifically designed to counter the Takeda cavalry charge. Katsuyori's advisors have advised against engaging here, but the young man is determined to prove himself and has decided to lead the charge anyway. Here's the blurb if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the battle, and let's begin. So there's our briefing. No troops to recruit, let's go. So, let's take a look at the battlefield. So there's the Oda stockade. You can see that they are protected by light fortifications. So looking at this, I have to say that I think a direct charge is suicidal. Our own forces are looking a little bit sparse. We are going to have to reorganize this, but let's have a look at what we've got over here. Our Yari Hatamoto are already fully formed up for a charge on the Takeda, on the Oda right. Why can't I say words today? So we're going to start by charging forward here. I'm going to try not to hesitate too much, as I'm going to start by using just these forces. I'm going to try and draw the Oda out for a fight. While that's happening, I think it would only make sense to try and reshuffle my forces a little bit so that we're emphasizing this side of the battlefield. So we're going to get our cavalry over towards this extreme left flank. And let's take a look at my more vulnerable units. Why don't we have the cavalry fight together, and my remaining infantry will coalesce in defense around Katsuyori on the hill. We'll also move our Ashigaru over into the forests. So my plan is to undermine the Oda's position, so they have to come out and fight us. And then our infantry will catch up between our infantry and our cavalry forces. Just pull back, let the cavalry through. They take priority at the moment. They need to get on with us. And get our gunners into the forest. So you know me by now, I always refuse to take suicidal approaches to battle. If I'm given a losing scenario, I will adjust it to better suit my goals. Pull it all over. Right, next turn. Let's see how they begin to respond to this. Okay, it looks like the Oda are just going to stand there for the minute. They are coming out to confront us on this flank. Right. Give them the general. Charge them in. Now, I want this unit to line up behind to prevent any retreat. This unit can prepare to confront the enemy Ashigaru. Now, there's a stream there, which is going to be a bit of an obstacle. In fact, I kind of wish I hadn't moved there now. We'll move right around. They can't cover everything. And this unit I just want to move up and threaten the flank attack with. Right, next turn. We'll move up the rest of the infantry as well to support. These Yari samurai will be handy in case the Ashigaru decide to make their presence felt. Guess we'll take this force along as well. Can't say I have much confidence in the light foot here. Well, medium foot. They're basically good for use in these woods. That's the only reason I'm taking them along. Now, if we're careful with how we use these Teppo Ashigaru, we might be able to start shooting at these Ashigaru cowering behind the stockade. Turn our mounted Yari samurai around. We'll start to get ready for when the enemy come out to attack us. because they will have to attack us unless they want to have their position completely undermined. Now, do I personally think it's a little bit dumb that we're able to do this? Because I'm pretty sure that there was Katsuyori would have gone around the flanks like this if he could have. Someone let me know in the I already think I have an inkling, but someone in the comments let me know why it would have been impossible for Katsuyori to go around the flanks. And I don't mean, obviously the Oda would have reacted to that, but it might have forced them to abandon the stockade. Right, next turn. There's still no movement from the Oda. Your cavalry are starting to respond, though. And they've got reinforcements coming in from here, interesting. Well, that means I'm not going to be able to do just whatever I want on the left. They are actually going to confront me with a decent force. Right. Well, I think with that we've fatally undermined the position of these Yari Ashigaru. Move up there to confront them, and yeah, that unit's going to have to wait for the moment. Move to here, shoot them up, and move in to flank them here. Blast them a little bit. I've got my cavalry waiting here to confront those Yari samurai if they come out. Guard infantry forming up a guard on the hill. Looks like I might have to rely on my Ashigaru here for one place because I don't have enough samurai to cover the entire front here. But I do have my Ashigaru waiting in the forest, ready to ambush the enemy. As long as they can tuck themselves in far enough. Good, there we are. Right. So they're going to flank the cavalry next turn. I can't really move in here because they'll just attack. Next turn. Okay, the Oda are sending their cavalry out. More cavalry moving towards the wings. Great. More casualties. We can just run straight past them here. So as to why I'm not just bringing everything around the left-hand flank, I want it to bear some resemblance to something that could actually happen. The Oda would not just stand still and let their entire army get outflanked, which is basically what happens if the if you move everyone around. Good, we've managed to get the flank attack in there. First of all, bring that unit around. That's fine, they wouldn't have got into flanking range anyway. So they are disrupted, they'll probably fragment. This unit's going to break soon. We move the majority of our troops across the river. We've got reduced command and control now, unfortunately, but I can move out of flanking range. They can turn for some reason, that's interesting. And yeah, our cavalry can continue to menace the enemy from the hill. They'll actually turn this way just to emphasize that. So our cavalry are now fully formed up. And our infantry are in a decent defensive position as well. Pull them around there, pull them back into reserve, and I think I'll move these archers around so we've got fire power on both flanks. Shame we haven't got any gunners over here now. Here though. Not to neglect the rest of my army, let's move them forward. They can crash into the flanks, no one will care about them. Okay, and they'll break shortly. Okay, next turn. Now, will they ignore my infantry and go directly after my cavalry force, I wonder? I think I'll have to bring this unit of cavalry out soon. You'll notice that the Takeda have a lot of generals on the field, and a lot of Takeda Shingen's famous generals died in this battle. In fact, that was why Katsuyori was left in such a bad state. Many of his father's men that he'd inherited were basically dead at the end of this. It was really quite a grim affair. Right. They're going to break next turn anyway, so I don't really want to invest any effort on dealing with them. Let's... okay. Well, we can lock them down at the very least. They've more or less isolated themselves. Shoot them up with the guns. It weakens them further. And we'll move down to threaten them here. And I'd like... well, let's see. We've got these Yariashigaru here. Are there any cavalry that can move into a position to threaten those units? We'd be able to move this unit if all of this hadn't gone. Oh wait, that's one of their routing units. This is the problem. A lot of my units are going to start chasing the enemy around. I can't really get round to their flanks just yet. That said, this unit's threatening both flanks, so it might slow the enemy down. We'll move into the river and threaten them. This is not going to be a nice fight for my Ashigaru. And I'll start to move my troops around. Pull the samurai around as well. And... you know what? They're a target. We can... well, the sooner this gets dealt with, the better. There we go. I think that's it for the moment. Okay. They're in position. Now we're just going to draw in our defenses around Takeda Katsuyori. I've got these guys just in case we get into trouble. 7% already. I find it hard to believe that Oda Nobunaga would have let things get to this stage without doing anything at all. I mean, to be fair, they are scrambling cavalry out to deal with this. And that's actually quite dangerous. Thankfully, they can't get to us there because of the stream and because cavalry can't quite move that far in one turn, even though there was no stream there. But we're definitely starting to feel a bit more pressure now. Crushed them. Fragmented them immediately. Good. That's what needed to happen. I don't think I'm going to be able to use these gunners this turn. Yeah, they haven't attacked because they were threatened by this unit, this group here. The thing is, now the cavalry are here. We need to let them move off of the hill before I can really do anything, which means this unit is in a little bit of a pickle. Right. Hold our ground here, and we'll also threaten the back of the formation. I would like these units to start to move towards here if at all possible. Yari Samurai can continue to swing around the back. We've managed to regain control of these melted Yari Hatamoto. Move to here and blast them. But as I said, we're not really going to be able to do too much to them this turn. At least we are starting to menace their flanks. Anything else? Nope, that's fine. We're in position. Go. Stop chasing things. Nice. Okay, I need to bring them back to the battlefield. Should have used tab, but I thought I was able to keep track of all of my units without relying on it. Ah, it's an even fight then. Okay, here come the enemy infantry. These raw units will be very vulnerable if I can catch them out in the open. Remember, I only have to get them to 40%. I don't have to break all of this. The best units are in the stockade. Right, I don't really see another option. Charge in here. They managed to withstand me for now. God knows where that's going to end up going. That's actually a bit of a concern. I wonder if I want to hasten that along, to be honest. Charge. Okay, they turned in there. You see, what I was hoping to do was move the Yari Ashigaru in to cover this angle here. At least it means these units can shoot with full power. Now the enemy cavalry can then threaten my Yari Ashigaru, so I'm going to have to move to here, and you should be able to turn. Good. Grab this unit from behind, bring them back into the battle. I won't really get much of an advantage against Yari Samurai. What might be a better thing to do with these units is... see, the problem is that the Ashigaru here are also threatening me. Yari Samurai can move in rough ground, aren't they? Because they're warriors. You see, I can't move in to flank them now because I don't want to expose my Yari Ashigaru to their mounted Yari Samurai. I want to bring in the Yari Hatamoto to deal with that. We'll keep back for the minute. We might get charged by these Yari Samurai and driven back. Or they might disrupt themselves or lose their general. Who knows? We've obviously got the enemy cavalry coming in to threaten us now. I think I'm actually going to drop back. I don't want to fight too close to the enemy stockade. Keep these units. Keep one unit here though. I want to keep the pressure on. And hopefully someone will actually come and challenge this. Because right now it seems like the Oda have been smart enough to try and split my forces up. Already disrupted them, that's not a surprise. And good, we've got control of our cavalry back. Not so good that they've gone off the field because I don't have many of those units available. Alright, so I'll be able to catch one of their units on the downward slope, the other one will be able to get up the hill. Still shouldn't be a problem as we're much better quality than they decided to oh wait, didn't think that through, did I? Right, let me explain. They can't pull back because they're engaged with the enemy. They're engaged with the cavalry, which means my cavalry are now stuck in melee with an infantry unit. Now I really should have seen that coming. And I really can't afford to lose these elite units. They're incredibly powerful and they're basically capable of taking down large parts of the Oda army on their own, as you've seen. So we managed to cling on, thankfully, and they fragmented here. The problem is they've now brought Ashigaru over here, which means they'll be able to cover a move by my Yari Hatamoto. That said, these raw units are going to be an excellent target. So they fragmented and dropped back. So we will have to fight those units now. Can we reach them? Not quite. But we can certainly start making threatening movements. Right, hold on a second. Move past. Can you get to there? No, you can't. Okay, I don't really have any choice. I'm going to have to move this unit to threaten at this point. Because they won't charge while there's that threat there. That means that I can charge my cavalry at the flank of these units and save my embattled Ashigaru. Now it looks like they might get carried away anyway, but I need to do something to give me some insurance there. In fact, with that being the situation, I think I'm going to charge in and just break this immediately. Carry all of this away. Oh! Oh, and the walls go crumbling down. No, but and my gunners have wedged themselves firmly into a bad spot. Can you please get those infantry away from us? Well, I suppose that's a spot to be in. Right, hopefully they'll then be able to drop back next. They're blocked in by my own Ashigaru. Right, this is just plain bad. Right then, move to here, threaten the flanks of these cavalrymen. Should have seen the rough ground. Okay, we're not actually in a very good configuration here. Lastly, I can move to threaten those fragmented Ashigaru with total dissolution. Now over here, thing is, I might end up going. There's a good chance I'm going to end up going flying into those Yumi Ashigaru. Turn and threaten this line here. We might manage to get an attack in before they charge. And turn here to be prepared to cover this part. Don't move on it yet, because we might break them and go flying into the melted Yari Samurai, in which case we can ambush some of the Yari Samurai here. Or even better, use a cheap units of Ashigaru to do it. There we go, so if we crash through here, catch them on this line here, we can flank them, same with this unit. Right, let's just get this unfolding disaster over with. Okay, good, they have dropped back. They've not been total fools. Good. Okay, they've broken. Now it depends how far that goes, because they might just expose their flanks. So there goes one of Katsuyori's precious generals. Interesting choice, going straight up the hill onto rough ground. So I think that unlocks their swordsman capabilities. And we've done it, we've forced the Oda to abandon their stockade. Because the situation is just becoming too critical on their flanks. Now that means these units are a lot more exposed. Oh, I don't think they've seen these guys lurking in the woods. So that's the first, basically the first admission by the Oda. Things are not going according to their plan. Yeah, they really well, we're also getting our flanks threatened there. Fragmented. I'm holding them there. We really need to do something about this. Right, get out of the way. Well, that's not good. Well, we want to charge from this tile. They've disrupted. And move into, let's see, those are Ashigaru. You move to here and you might catch their flanks. The gunner should probably just stay in the way. They've frankly done enough damage. Hello! Oh wow. Okay, they've broken. And they've broken. Now where is this charge going to go? Straight to death. Okay, so we're going to lose this unit of mounted samurai, unless there's an absolute miracle. Well, in that case, at least there's no pressing. If they're already dead, there's no pressing need to come out and save them. What we can do instead is threaten these ranged units with a charge if they come any further out of the river. Now let's take a look over here. So I need to do something to rescue the situation. Well, that's always a good thing. They should drop back next turn, but what we can do is see if they held on for another turn. Oh, but they're about to be flanked. See, the problem is it's not just this unit that's threatening them, it's also this group here. There's not really anything I can do about that. No, there's nothing. Is that a light? Is that corner a light fortification as well? Just pull back from this. It's not going to end well. We'll be here to take the auto drop at least. Weird that we've got such weak odds here. So they are disrupted. Charging to melee here, we've managed to disrupt them. We are pushing up the hill despite the fact that they've got a massive height advantage against us. Right, turn here. Hopefully they'll at least stand the ground long enough for us to get the flank attack. And with that, next turn. %, but this is where things start to get a bit braver for us, I think. Okay, they managed to fall back, but samurai don't, cavalry don't evade, I believe, so they will get hit in the back. I mean, you saw what happened to the samurai cavalry here. Amazingly, I think they actually ended up running past all of the danger. Fragmented. Yep. That's what happens when you're a bunch of impetuous morons. As Yari Ashigaru should be easy enough to see off. Problem is, what happens when they break. Hopefully, we'll pursue through all of this. I don't know. Pursuits usually don't take too much longer than 1 or 2 turns. Oh, it looks like they're still pursuing. That's good. That is good for us. That's about the only thing that could have saved us. Okay, that could work. Good. Okay, they've fallen back, but now they're on the hill, so they've got the protection of that terrain. Broke them here. Hopefully, there's nothing too nasty hanging around. They've fragmented. Okay. Right, there's nothing immediately threatening our flanks here. They're still in the river, so I can't engage with my cavalry that are waiting here. And they've disrupted. Yeah, that would be good if there was somewhere for them to fall back to. Yeah, I don't really have the room to do that just yet. For now, let's charge in and hit them on the flank here. Okay, so only 35% chance of winning that. Not close enough. But if we could get them, we would have Ari Ashigaru into their gunners. But the thing is, if I move to there, we'll be exposing our flanks. Yeah, I'm not falling for that one. Let's just hang back for the moment. I'm hoping these units will finally get the courage to come out of the stream, and then, of course, having got to that courage up, I'm going to take all that courage away again by killing them all. Oh, it wasn't their pursuit turn yet. Right. Hammer them with fire. And just don't do anything just yet. I want more enemies. I want to let more enemy units move up for the minute. Wait until there's a cluster of them and then come out and outflank them. Anything else that I'm missing out on? That's important. That appears to be it for now. Next turn. Route percentage goes up and up. That might not be a good thing for us. They've rallied up. They fragmented. That's going to be a large part of the enemy's army that runs away. You guys have gone and engaged the cavalry, haven't you? Luckily they're running away. We could go kill Nobunaga. He's right there. Okay, good. That we really needed to bounce off there, because otherwise we would have been flanked. As predicted, they are going to get murdered by absolutely everyone. And that's why when you're going through hell, you keep going, you don't stop. Yeah, they can shoot at us, but we can shoot back. The archers are still smart enough to hug the stream. You've got to hand it to the Oda. They're not total morons. Okay. The thing is, they're now going to be in a flank position, especially if we end up going crashing into the command tent. Okay, Oda finally have some points on the board. Good, they've rallied up. They have taken a beating though. Right. Odds are surprisingly not that great. Right, fire at them, see if we can score a lucky disruption. Yeah, we scored a lucky disruption alright on us. Move our cavalry to here, threaten. Move our cavalry to here and threaten. Right, you're going to have to lock them down. Right, because that unit's going to break and then these Yumi Ashigawa are going to be able to outflank us. So that's what I'm thinking about. We obviously don't want to charge them while they're on the hill. Let's charge here actually. Well, we should be able to drop back onto rough ground. Charge them here and see if we can get a lucky disruption. No dice. Okay, in that case... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Missing the obvious. There we go. That's more like it. And now we can crash through here. Hopefully bring the whole show down at once. Or not. That's no fun. Right, they are blocked in place, so we can get this attack here. And of course that sets us up for the auto drop next turn. Now with all of that going on, I think it's fair to say that we should probably just go on and attack these Yari Ashigaru. You know what? No, they're dying in place. I don't need to do anything just now. Just stay in position there for now. Anything else going on? No, we've got this well under control. The Oda army explodes. We managed to disrupt the Yumi samurai hiding in the woods. Okay, they are going to get flanked, but they're only going to get flanked by units that are themselves disrupted. So they might, and also but those are spearmen, so they'll suffer worse for that. No, they don't have swords, you see. So we shouldn't be too badly affected by this. Unless, of course, that happens. That's not quite so good. Because now when they get charged, they're very likely to get fragmented. I think it's time for the men in the woods to show themselves again. So they've stopped pursuing. And thankfully my army didn't panic in the face of that. They're technically facing that direction. %8 lost. Yeah, that was a really those Yumi Ashigaru have been the most effective unit on the Oda side of the field. Finally managed to bring them down there, but they did more than earned their pay. Yeah, they're protected by the stockade. This unit isn't though. Yeah, that's fine. Charge with that unit. Because I probably want to start maneuvering this group around the stockade. Because we're still not through it. Just stay there for now. We need you to hold that down. Even odds here. We're going to win here despite this situation. And we'll probably go crashing into the Honjin again. I know it's not tactically bright, but I just can't resist the opportunity to bring down Oda Nobunaga. The worst that can happen, I think, right now is the Spearmen drive us off. Let's see if we can fragment them. So they're starting to break. Fire at the raw units here, and I'm trying to keep this quiet at the moment. Wait until all of these units are committed, then we'll spring our trap. Let's see. Make our presence here known. Turn and fire on these Yari Ashigaru. And if we can hopefully draw them into an engagement here, then I can move around and threaten the flanks of these Yari Samurai once they charge. It's a shame we can't bring our general out to fight us. Right, do a quick tour of the battlefield. We missed some. So we've got the gunners to think about. Let's at least get them moving in a direction where they could possibly be useful. I'm pretty sure I might have missed the cavalry unit. Right. Well, problem is that they've not got anywhere to fall back to, but then again, they don't really have to fear getting stuck in melee either. I'm hoping that when they break that unit, they'll go straight to the Yumi Ashigaru. I'm worried they'll get stuck in the Teppo instead. Next turn. Yep, and that's exactly what happened. Oh wow, they broke them. I thought because of the fortifications that wouldn't matter, but it must matter about the direction must matter. We ran right past those mounted Yari Samurai who would have killed us. Yikes, they're winning against us here. because they're generaled up. Oh god. Yeah, that's why we didn't want to charge the stockade. They haven't seen our ambush troops, have they? It doesn't matter because we've won. Right, with both the Tokugawa and Oda command tents being attacked, and a large part of the Oda army fleeing, it looks like, despite the fact that our army is now starting to get mauled, the Oda have decided to cut their losses and flee. So that is it, the Battle of Nagashino. I'm not really sure how I feel about this scenario, because as I said, I'm pretty sure that if it was that easy for Katsuyori to outflank the Oda position, he would have done that. But that's the scenario as it is. Pretty easy actually, given the magnitude of the challenge that the general was facing on the day. I've been Napoleon Complex, thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.